The coronavirus pandemic is causing a tremendous amount of stress for people around the world, including me. This anxiety can disrupt our already disrupted lives, causing us problems like chest pains, panic attacks, and more. In this video, I'm going to give you a science-backed strategy that I've used for myself to help you overcome that anxiety and get back to normal, at least a little bit. But before that, let's first talk about why the pandemic is causing us so much anxiety. One of the main reasons why the virus is so upsetting to us is because we just simply don't know enough about it yet. Even the people that we look to keep us informed, like scientists, public health organizations, and our governments, don't yet know enough either to tell us what we need to know or to make sound recommendations or predictions about our future. This is a big problem for us because the brain is hardwired to hate uncertainty. It evolved that trait to help our ancestors stay alive a long time ago when they had to deal with threats of their own, like lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my. In fact, research has shown uncertainty about a potential negative event causes our brain even more stress than knowing a negative event will definitely happen. At the time of making this video in April 2020, we're still far from having all the answers we need to understand how we're going to beat this pandemic and start going back to life as normal for us as a society and as individuals. So to make your time a little bit easier, I'd now like to share a science-backed method that I've used to help me reduce my anxiety so you can reduce yours and get through this a little bit easier. Let's frame what I just said about the brain and uncertainty a little bit differently. The brain is hardwired to hate things it can't control or predict. So when something happens in our lives that we feel like we don't have control over or we can't make a prediction about, we tend to feel anxious and stressed out. So one of the best things you can do to start decreasing your anxiety during the pandemic is to try this. Instead of spending a lot of your time and focus on things you can't control, which in this case would be the pandemic, try instead focusing more of your time on things you can control. So things like your daily routines, your habits, and your physical health. But we'll get back to all of that in just a minute. You may be wondering, wait, how will that help? Feeding and watering my cat won't make the virus just go away. Will it? Well, no, but spending more time thinking about things you can control rather than things you can't control will make your brain, and therefore you, much, much happier. It's all about consciously controlling what you spend your time and your mental effort on. Your brain wants you to scroll through the coronavirus subreddit reading every article and every comment under the guise of staying informed. But trust me, it's only going to make things a lot worse for you. I've lost many an evening and even night of sleep because of the chest pains and panic attacks that doing that would bring upon me. I want to help you avoid that. So instead of thinking about the virus, try this. I think the best thing you can do for yourself right now is to shift your focus towards improving or at least maintaining your physical health. People who are stuck at home because they're having to work from home or sadly can't work at all right now will probably just let themselves go and let themselves do whatever they feel like doing. There's a short-term and a long-term problem with that though. In the short term, letting your physical health go will have negative effects on your mental health, causing more stress, anxiety, and other issues. And it'll also negatively impact your immune system, which makes you more susceptible to things like the virus itself. In the long term, when the world does start going back to normal, which it will, trust me, then we're going to start going back outside and we're going to start going back to school and work. And we're going to have to carry along whatever habits we're building and maintaining right now into that new future. So if we build a lot of bad habits now, then we're going to have to deal with those bad habits while also trying to readjust back to going to school or going to work, as well as the consequences of those bad habits. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not like all these Twitter fitness guru bro people that are like, if you come out of this worse, then it's your problem and you were the issue all along. I'm just asking you to be a little more mindful about your habits, especially those relating to your physical health. Because if you're not mindful about them, then you're going to have a lot harder time readjusting to life after the pandemic and maybe even surviving the pandemic without a bunch of anxiety and other mental issues. To learn more about good ways for you to be working on your physical health during this quarantine, I've got some links for you down in the description. But there's one topic I wanted to specifically address in this video, which is alcohol. When we're stressed out, many of us reach for a bottle of something to help us relax a little. And that's perfectly fine as long as you're keeping it under control. But because of the pandemic, there's one potential side effect of frequent binge drinking that I wanted to share, and that's a lowered immune system, which is especially dangerous right now. Excessive alcohol intake suppresses the production of cytokines, small proteins that help coordinate your body's response to infection. Alcohol also depresses your nervous system. Your body likes to keep things normal throughout the day through a process called homeostasis. And if you frequently binge drink enough, then through that homeostatic principle, your body will start to excite your nervous system a little bit more to compensate for that. Now, you probably won't notice that effect until you don't drink for several days, and then you start noticing physical side effects like shaking and jitteriness, and mental side effects like insomnia and anxiety. If you found this video informative and helpful, please share it with other people. I upload new scientific self-improvement videos every other Saturday morning, so please subscribe here if you'd like to see my new uploads. And if the pandemic has you feeling like you're kind of stuck in a rut, then check out this video here to understand why you're feeling that way, as well as learn about a few ways you can start getting yourself out of it.